During this one, yes. I am, yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna work with right here, taking that shot with you.
You're
So
amazing. Cool, yeah. This is just for the live stream. You're welcome.
So what we'll do is. Good evening. Can everybody hear me? Not enough volume? All right, how's that? A little bit better? All right, good evening. Very please find their seats. We'll start today's proceedings. All right, before we start our program this evening, I'd like to introduce a brief video presentation from Patrick Sullivan, the CEO of Jigsaw. So Jigsaw Health graciously donates all the white coats worn by the students in the clinic, and they support Sonoran University's education of future naturopathic physicians because they too believe in the healing power of nature in more ways than one, and that'll make more sense as soon as we hear Mr. Sullivan explain it. So let's hear it from Mr. Sullivan. The wonders of technology. Okay.
There are 6 principles of naturopathic medicine, the second of which is vis medicatrix naturae, or the healing power of nature. My dad and I created Jigsaw Health because we believe very much in this philosophy. You see, my dad struggled off and on for 30 years with various chronic health challenges, fatigue, anxiety, GI issues, many sleepless nights. He would say that he white-knuckled it through life for many, many years. In the early 90s, he decided if there is an effect, then there must be a cause. And he began to read really every health book that he could get his hands on. He was on the hunt for tolle causum, the third principle of naturopathic medicine, which means identify and treat the underlying causes. One of the more important pieces he discovered was that he was severely deficient in magnesium. Now, for those of you who don't know, magnesium is an essential mineral, an electrolyte actually. Except for some reason, magnesium is never included in sports drinks like Gatorade or Powerade. Magnesium seems to be the Rodney Dangerfield of minerals. I just can't get no respect. Well, Jigsaw Health has become known as the magnesium people, and we make America's #1 time-release magnesium, Mag SRT. It's commonly cited that magnesium is involved in over 325 biochemical reactions in the body. But that number is from the 1950s, and it was a best guess by Harvard medical professor Dr. Burt Valley. More recently, magnesium researcher Morley Robbins, aka Magnesium Man, has found, based on new research, magnesium is involved in at least 3,751 biochemical reactions. Students, there will be a pop quiz for you to name all of those reactions here in a moment. Thankfully, there's actually a simple way to know if you are likely magnesium deficient. Number 1, do you get nighttime leg cramps? You see, muscle tension, especially leg cramps at night, is one of the first signs of magnesium deficiency. And that's because magnesium is Mother Nature's original chill pill. It's like a massage you can swallow. It's like yoga in a bottle. At Jigsaw Health, we say laughter is the best medicine, magnesium is a close second. Maya Angelou said, do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. Parents, family members, friends, take extra pride in the step that these students are taking today. They've discovered that naturopathic medicine is a better way. Students, it's time to put on those white coats and get ready for the good stuff. The stuff I'm sure you've been waiting to get to. The poking, the prodding, the stitching, the sewing. You can now begin to practice the fourth principle, tolle totem, or in English, treating the whole person. This is a major step in your journey to become docere, or doctor as teacher, the fifth principle. As CEO of Jigsaw Health, I'm incredibly honored to have you wear our tagline on your white coats. It's fun to feel good. When you say that to yourself, remember that Team Jigsaw is here to support you in any way that we can. Thank you, Dr. Mittman, for giving us this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, if you remember nothing else of what I've said here today, remember this: laughter is the best medicine. Magnesium is a close second. Thank you so much. Congratulations, students.
It's always different than when he's in person. Sometimes the jokes go over, sometimes they don't. You always can tell the age when the Rodney Dangerfield joke goes off, and the younger students are like, "Who's that?" I have no idea. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome, family, friends, esteemed faculty, and staff, to the White Coat ceremony for the Sonoran University of Health Sciences class of fall 2024. We are happy that you could join us today to witness this milestone midway through their journey to becoming naturopathic physicians. The White Coat ceremony marks a student's transition from didactic student to practicing clinician, a significant inflection point in their training worthy of recognition. To provide insight into what this transition means and the significance of this moment, I would like to introduce our president and CEO, Dr. Paul Mittman. Dr. Mittman holds a Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine degree from the National College of Naturopathic Medicine and a Doctor of Higher Education Management from the University of Pennsylvania. He practiced naturopathic medicine for 25 years, 12 years in private practice, and 13 years after joining Sonoran University. Dr. Mittman has received the American Association of Naturopathic Physicians President's Award in 1990, the Arizona Naturopathic Medical Association Physician of the Year in 2000, and the AAMP's Physician of the Year in 2007. He is a true believer in the healing power of nature. Students, faculty, and guests, Dr. Paul Mittman.
Thank you, Dean Donnelly. Good evening, class of 2024. First off, I'd like to welcome and thank you and your family and your friends, whose love and support is so important to your success and well-being. So without further ado, thank you. One day during my fourth year of naturopathic medical school, I looked at my classmates and thought, wow, these guys seem different. Though still medical students, my classmates appeared more like professional colleagues. We carried ourselves with new confidence, spoke in the declarative clinical language of medicine to describe our patients, conditions, and treatment plans. What began imperceptibly was obvious. We were becoming physicians. Our clinical training, caring for other human beings, catalyzed this change. It felt more than mere incremental growth. It felt like a transformation. In nature, matter can change state depending on the surrounding environment. For example, ice turns to water when heat causes the molecules arranged in the icy crystalline structure to vibrate violently enough until the solid becomes liquid. Conversely, under progressive loss of temperature, water chills degree by degree, but remains a liquid until the falling temperature reaches 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and then boom, it's a solid, it's ice. Living organisms typically grow incrementally too, but can also change states. For example, a tree grows taller with each passing year, but to go from pine cone to seedling is not just growth. The combination of soil, water, and light unlock the potential within the seeds, resulting in a change of state. Same DNA, whether in the dormant seed or in the towering tree. Today, you undergo a state change, the metamorphosis from student to clinician, en route to becoming a physician. You unlock that potential degree by degree through study in classes and labs. The responsibility to help care for patients, to heal the sick, is, however, profoundly different than studying in class. It builds on your acquired knowledge and skills, yet it requires you to think, act, and comport yourselves in a completely different manner. Correspondingly, the rewards, intellectually, emotionally, and in many cases spiritually, increase exponentially too. As you walk across the stage, you cross a threshold from which there is no turning back. The steps you take today are not incremental, they're transformational. This white coat ceremony celebrates this metamorphosis. You've already experienced rites of passage that commemorate moments, important moments in your lives: birth, the transition to adulthood, perhaps marriage. At Sonoran, the stethoscope ceremony heralded your entry to medical school. In less than 2 years, commencement will mark the next phase in your metamorphosis to being a physician. Your white coat also conveys deeper meanings. It symbolizes the blank canvas onto which your patients will write their stories, their histories. The coat also helps you separate your sacred activities from the ordinary. When you change into your coat prior to seeing a patient, you step out of the ordinary. The drive to the medical center, the Neil Reardon Center, or one of our community clinics, mundane conversations, etc. And so use the act of donning your white coat to pause, to breathe, and to reflect on the sanctity of the moment, your calling to heal the sick. Whatever meaning you impart, I urge you to make the most of the next 2 years. Your intention, preparation, and follow-up will help shape your patient encounters and the depth of learning and understanding you gain. So approach this work with reverence. Congratulations to each of you for the hard work, dedication, and perseverance that helped you reach this milestone on your journey to becoming naturopathic physicians. On behalf of your teachers, attending physicians, and all of us who work at Sonoran University of Health Sciences, we wish you success and learning over the next 2 years. Best wishes, and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Mittman, for your insights. At this time, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the student leaders who have helped steer their class to this point in their journey and who have made this celebration possible today. Their hard work and altruistic drive provide a source of cohesion and camaraderie for their class. Please stand to be recognized as I call your name. Class President Jacqueline Mitchell. Class Vice President Morgan Dieterin. Treasurer Haley Gade. I think Haley's not here today. Secretary Erica Brown. And the all-important social chair, Kevin Demansky. Thank you for all your hard work. The medical school journey is not an easy one. The path to becoming a doctor is vigorous and tiring. However, with them on this journey have been their faculty. These dedicated teachers have motivated, urged, challenged, and sometimes dragged these students through copious amounts of medical information and practices. However, without these committed educators, this class would not be here. I'd like the faculty in attendance, if you could please stand and be recognized. In particular, the class would like to recognize one teacher who they feel summed up their basic medical sciences experience to date and represents an outstanding commitment to the students. In the words of the class, this faculty member deserves this award because his teaching is unparalleled in his aptitude to teach complex material. He is exceedingly patient with students and always goes the extra mile to explain a topic, especially by pointing out the importance of knowing key pieces of information to empower them as future doctors. Even during NPLEX, many of them could hear his voice in their heads when studying practice questions, and even on the exam. He cares about his students, and his persistent repetition of key materials, his artful sense of humor, and his steadfast professionalism make him an incredible professor worthy of this award. This year's Foundational Sciences Award winner is Dr. Arben Laskew. Unfortunately, Dr. Laskew was unable to be with us this evening, but he does send his best wishes to the class and thanks them greatly for this honor. It is a tradition of the white coat ceremony to gain insight into the experiences that have brought the class of fall 2024 to this point in their journey. As such, we have two speakers to help provide us with some understanding of their journey thus far. One from the perspective of the students and the other from faculty. Our first speaker today is Jacqueline Mitchell. While there are many students who could speak on behalf of this cohort, they thought that out of all the qualified candidates, Jacqueline represented them the best. More specifically, Jacqueline is seen as a dedicated advocate for the cohort, no matter how difficult that may sometimes be. Even though she is juggling being a full-time student and an all-the-time mom, she still goes above and beyond in staying connected with the cohort, listening to the students, and pouring her talents and energy into maximizing benefits for her classmates. She is kind-hearted, knowledgeable, and experienced. Her achievements in and out of school are an excellent example of what this cohort strives to become, and a steady example of perseverance during their studies now. Here to share the class of fall 2024's journey thus far, Miss Jacqueline Mitchell.
Thank you, Dean Donnelly, for that introduction. Hello, everyone. I am so glad to be celebrating this momentous occasion with each of you as classmates and feel privileged to be joined by our families, professors, and advisors who have all helped and supported us to get to this place. I'm humbled and grateful to have been selected as the class student speaker for tonight. Most of us started our medical school journey during the unknown of the first and only health pandemic we have experienced in our lifetimes. This kept us at a distance during the beginning of our learning. But though we were apart, we faced similar struggles together through new technical challenges, new class material, along with a new level of study and mental stress. We have celebrated new life with babies born to us and friends, and sadly have also mourned the loss of friends. Since starting, we have been one of the closest cohorts, even before coming on campus. This bond has only become stronger since our return of courses on campus and navigating even more unknowns together. We may be a smaller cohort in number, but we rally to each other's aid whenever it's needed. When we first started, we often heard that medical school is a marathon, not a sprint. Pace yourself. While some of us have literal experience running longer distances, it has still been a struggle, And we may have even found ourselves thinking the same thing that does come up on many marathon memes and posters that are proudly held by our friends and supporters during these events. This is a lot of work for a banana. In the last 2 years, or more for some of us, we have grown in more ways than we could have imagined. We have been pushed physically and mentally past the limits of what we thought we were able to achieve, and we have persevered. We've worked hard for the privilege now bestowed upon us as we enter clinic with our white coats to aid in the care of our fellow human beings, responding to this call with compassion, attention, and skill. But where did the white coat come from? I was curious, so I did a little research. Up until the 19th century, most physicians wore black. The idea of doctors being associated with white coats caught on in the US around 1889, when painter Joseph Akins unveiled his renowned painting, The Agnew Clinic, which depicts Hayes Agnew, MD, wearing a white coat while performing surgery. His assistants also in white, either in coats or in aprons. This fostered the image of doctors being clean and sanitary in their white attire. By the mid-20th century, white coats became the standard for medical students, residents and fellows, doctors and nurses in North America. While this was common in practice, white coat ceremonies were not common at medical schools until the end of the 20th century. With our white coat being bestowed upon us, we are being asked to look after and care for it, to clean it, iron it, hang it on our special hangers, and remove any flaws that we may find. As great of an opportunity and charge and patient care we are now being given, we still have one greater that we must not forget. It is in regards to the person who is wearing the white coat. Just as we will be seen as a symbol of hope, a healer, and compassionate helper to others, we must first be that for ourselves and each other as we continue further on our journey of medical school training. I believe each of us will wear the white coat with honor, and I hope we all remember what it represents. But even more so than what this coat represents as medical professionals in training, we must never forget that who is wearing the white coat is just as important as what it symbolizes. Congratulations, class of fall 2024.
I'm glad they went with white coat instead of white apron ceremony. It doesn't sound the same. Thank you, Jacqueline. Now, for the faculty's perspective, Dr. Jennifer Munt received her doctorate in naturopathic medicine from Sonoran University of Health Sciences in 2009, followed by a one-year residency in general family medicine. She has owned her own clinical practice, and currently is adjunct faculty at Grand Canyon University and Sonoran University of Health Sciences, focusing on anatomy cadaver lab in the basic sciences department. Dr. Munt recently was awarded the 2022 Alumni Award for advancing naturopathic medicine. The class asked Dr. Munt to speak today because they consider her one of the most positive professors that they have had their privilege of learning from. In addition to their admiration for her intelligence and in-depth knowledge of the course topics, Dr. Munt is also a compassionate and humble educator. She always listens intently and makes the learning process transparent and engaging. Her ubiquitous presence in the anatomy lab, along with her steady words of encouragement, makes students feel they are capable of whatever challenges lie ahead for them. She enthusiastically inspires the class to press on. Students, faculty, and guests, Dr. Jennifer Munt.
Hi, everyone. That was the nicest introduction I have ever had and maybe ever have. That was very sweet. So thank you. And thank you for inviting me to be your faculty speaker. It's very sweet. And first of all, congratulations. This is a big step and you guys have worked really hard to get here. We are all, and I mean, we are all really proud of you guys. So well done. All right. And let me back up a little bit. And Jackie, you mentioned this, but you guys all started during the pandemic lockdown, right? Did any of the students not start during the pandemic lockdown? Okay, all right. You're close though, pretty close. Most of you guys did. That's about 2 years ago, right? For Sonoran University. It was just the first quarter right before coming back to in-person. They had online classes only, which meant I had to teach them anatomy lab from an anatomy software program with them on Zoom. That was not easy versus me being in the cadaver lab where I can make them get their hands in there and get all dirty and see stuff 3D. It's very difficult. But they did it. And Jackie, you mentioned this. They had to get to know their classmates over Zoom. That had to be hard for you guys. And you guys are a close class and it shows and it's really beautiful. And you guys were all making this incredible change to your lives to start your careers. What were you thinking? That was a hard time. Well done. This is what I think it means. You're brave. You're dedicated. And you have a vision to helping those around you. Not only has this group started medical school during the pandemic, but now they have the added stress of living in very interesting and uncertain times in our country and our world. There seems to be much angst, fear, hate, which shows up as a lack of confidence, worry, and disease in our general public and our patients. The love for each other as a community seems to have been broken. Many people are scarred from this pandemic, and there is much healing that needs to happen. And this is where all you are going to come into play. Okay. I see us as naturopathic doctors as the ones who can bring back the health, the peace, the love. It all starts with helping one patient at a time, just one at a time. If we can help one person feel better, healthier, more loved, more at peace, maybe they spread that feeling to those around them. Maybe they will make a difference in their own family, their community, their city, their state, their country. Maybe we can heal the world. No pressure, guys. I'm asking a lot of you. Asking a lot of you to heal the world, that is. But all you need to do is just start teaching and healing one patient. I'm going to keep saying that, one patient at a time. And then let their energy magnify to those around them. Here are some ways I think you can take on this task. Start simple. Be the one, and you already have, to help one classmate through a difficult day. Stay true to yourself and be the one to take time for yourself at the end of a hard day. Be brave. Be the one to take the hard shifts in clinic to learn the most from and get the most out of your patient care experience here. Be the one to care, and I mean really care for your patients. Be the one to give your patients hope that they can feel better, they can do better things, and they can find peace within themselves. Be the one to hold your patient's hand, hug them, cry with them when you have to give them bad news. Be the one to encourage honesty from your patient about their own angst, their own anger, their own fear, their own sadness, so they can learn from that and make their world a better place so the light can shine from within them. Be the ones to save just one patient at a time. This is your opportunity to be the one to make a difference in your patients' lives. You will be the one. You already are the ones. You're the brave ones. You're the dedicated ones, and you're the ones with the vision for a better, healthier future. I'm going to leave you with my favorite quote that I think of probably still on a weekly basis, and I am begging you. All the students, raise your hand. Who's going through the wet coat ceremony? Show me where you are so I can see your faces. Okay, love you. Okay, and I am begging you guys. Ready? Do all the good you can, by all the means you can, in all the ways you can, in all the places you can. at all the times you can, to all the people you can, as long as ever you can. Congratulations, guys. Love you.
Thank you for those words of wisdom, Dr. Munt. This completes the first half of our program this evening. I hope that you were all able to enjoy a brief peek into this cohort's journey thus far. However, now it is time to celebrate the primary reason for our celebration tonight, the transition from didactic student, focused on lectures, labs, and demonstration, to student clinician, utilizing their medical knowledge to assist real patients as they progress towards their ultimate goal of healing professionals. The white coat that the students receive this evening is an outward symbol of that transition. So at this time, I ask the class to please follow Heather Wolf-Holstein to the teaching kitchen to prepare for the presentation ceremony. Meanwhile, family and friends, the second half of our program will be held in the grand atrium area. To maximize viewing this part of the ceremony, it will be done with standing and some seating. So the best view will be on the main floor. You're also welcome to the second floor if desired, but probably the first floor will be the best. However, please do not stand on the stairs. For individuals requiring seating, we do have some seating up front, as you've already seen, and we respectfully ask that if you do not require a seat, please leave them open until the ceremony starts. Then feel free to sit in any unused chairs as desired. So if we can all go to the atrium, we'll start the second half of our program in the atrium. Thank you.
There are 6
Stand up, come up. All right, well, now that Dr. Vasquez is the Associate Dean of Clinical Education and is representing the transition of these students from their didactic studies to the practice of medicine. Dr. Vasquez is a graduate of the National University of Health Sciences with a Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine in 2013. After graduation, Dr. Vasquez has served in several educational roles, including as an assistant professor and clinical faculty for NUHS, where he developed new assessment techniques for clinical learning outcomes, published several studies on naturopathic therapies for Lyme disease, contributed to multiple councils and medical organizations, and also served as editor of the Encyclopedia of Alternative Medicine. He is also a member of the New England Journal of Medicine Insight Council, where he contributes to topics on healthcare transformation. Dr. Vasquez. Along with Dr. Vasquez, our president, Dr. Paul Mittman, will be joining him on stage to welcome the students to the clinic. So without any further delay, here, recipients. Adoa Asari. Erica Brown. Mackenzie Kavanaugh. Kevin Demansky. Duke. Monica Gracchus. Now that's a cheering section. Tanisha Hurd. Kate. Alexa Longfellow.
I know that audio.
Andrew. Sunita Van Al. Yeah, take it back. That's a cheering section. Rosalind Russell. Rebecca Taylor. Reggie Thomas. Catherine Tubis.